Hi there Gemini, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 9th of June. This week begins with your ruling planet Mercury continuing its rewind, and this is occurring in the sign of Cancer. Now Cancer, as you know, is ruled by the moon, and Mercury in that particular zodiac sign can be a little bit lacking in objectivity. So it is going to be important to try to stand back and view things clearly. But the Sun does continue in your sign and forges a fantastic link with Jupiter, the planet of growth, optimism and fortune. And that's in the part of your horoscope that's to do with loot. So although Mercury is twisting backwards in this area itself, and there may be some frustrations, there's still the potential to move forwards if you check the details, but also fall back on your ingenuity. This could be through a hobby, especially if you have a professional role, which doesn't really give you a lot of choice to be creative. It's all very well astrologers saying be more creative at work. If you've got to pay the bills, well, at the end of the day, sometimes we do have to do things that aren't necessarily all fun. So if you have got a hobby or sideline which is more imaginative, this would certainly be a great time to explore the potential of it. Now, Venus, the planet of love, I have to tell you, is in two complex angles this week. One is very good for you, pointing towards a legacy issue where you can gain financially, or your memories can be stirred about someone from your past in a very deep, passionate way. But it's also in opposition with Saturn throughout this week, and this is quite tough. And I would say that when it comes to relationships, don't take anyone for granted. There's a full moon in your sign, or in your opposite sign of Sagittarius, which occurs on Friday. And strangely, this too feeds into the Jupiter influence, so it can be a better full moon in some ways. But it's certainly saying to you, if you're so focused on your own dreams, ideas, plans, and the things you want to get a move on with, and someone else is feeling excluded, then that can cause a real problem, because they can actually feel very isolated from you, and you may, before you know it, be on the end of some rather strident complaints. So it is going to be important to communicate, keep the lines of communication open as much as you can, because although Mercury is influencing your sector of values, it is essentially the planet of communication. It's what you're generally very good at, but you need to add sensitivity, because Saturn is just saying to you there, someone could pick out an individual issue, and it could even be a relationship through your work. So just be conscious of this. Now, right at the end of this week, the Sun is actually forging a very positive link with the North Node, which happens to be in your sister air sign of Libra. And this points back towards this need to be this opportunity to be very creative and to show how much flair you've got, or even just your neat personality. But you're going to need to give yourself permission to embrace this, because with this stuff going on in the back of your horoscope with Venus, it's possible that you could just take your mind off those ways in which you can reach out to other people. It doesn't just have to be in a personal relationship. So I would just say be mindful of the details of things, and just be conscious that there are politics in life, and someone may have an agenda which doesn't necessarily mesh in well with yours. So stay alert. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.